Hey Capricorn, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this Capricorn is your reading, our reading, for the time between the 29th of August and the 12th of September. I'm going to draw two rows of cards for us, looking at that time period in weeks, but you know, all these energies are ones that we're going to experience. Okay, we'll also look at some key energies and outcomes for this time period. So I just want to say thank you so much for all all my fellow Capricorns out there and everybody else that has supported Key Wisdom Tarot for the last year or so, and welcome to those people that are new to my channel. Key Wisdom really is about mindfulness, meditation, Reiki and tarot. So I read intuitively and I work in that way so that I can hopefully stay as close as possible to truth, to karma, to those esoteric part of our lives, you know. And I like to work that way because my job, my aim, my help is to help you to heal, to help you to grow, to help you to expand. So hopefully you will feel the benefits of that today. All right, my darlings, I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started on our reading, okay? Okay, my darlings, that was that was a huge undertaking there. So we've got our cards for this week, okay, so the 29th to the 4th of August, and the, excuse me, 29th to the 4th of September, and then we've got this second row here for the 5th to the 12th. We've got some clarifying cards here and our key energies, okay? Now, the card at the base of the reading, look at that. I'm just going to show you that before I show you the card at the base of the reading, okay? I don't need to get startled. Now, the card at the base of the reading, my darlings, is the energy that we need to see the perspective through. And it's the Three of Swords. So interesting. So sword energy, thoughts, mind, clarity, consciousness, communication. There's a vulnerability actually that is, let's say, pronounced. Whoa. How did that happen? There's a vulnerability that is pronounced. We obviously have to see that card. You know, there's all these cards in between, but anyway. There's a vulnerability that's pronounced over this next couple of weeks. Oh, it makes me think that potentially for some people there could be a return of a situation or circumstance that in the past has caused us to feel exposed, has caused us to feel hurt or betrayed. Now, I'm not going to say necessarily that means a person, but it could well be that somebody, or that we are reminded of how we felt previously. With the Three of Swords, we know that it's something that's already happened, and it's something that helped, that made us feel disempowered, made us feel hurt, made us feel like question whether we can trust this, whether we can trust relationships, whether we can trust our family, whatever it was for you as an individual. It helped. This type of situation makes you confront that, makes you question, made you question, I should say, in the past, made you question an aspect of yourself and your self-esteem and your personal power. This suggests that there's some sort of, this being at the base of the reading suggests that over this time period, there's some sort of repeat or revisit of that. So a situation or circumstance may arise over this next couple of weeks that reminds us, that reminds you how you felt back then. Now, what that situation circumstance is, we don't know. I don't know. But we don't know what the outcome, do you know what I mean? We don't really know what the outcome's going to be. We don't know how that's going to, what that situation is and how we're going to face it. So let's have a look. Now, we've got some clarifying cards here. Interestingly, though, these are clarifiers here. These, can you see them? Hang on. So we've got these two clarifiers here, okay? But this one, interestingly, clarifies both these. This is a very strong sort of pull here, these three decks, these three rows. So we'll have a look anyway. So we'll start off here with the key energies, the first key energy, and we'll look at this one right at the end, okay? So the first key energy, so this is what we are experiencing, feeling. And again, it's a sword energy, and it's number 8. So 8 of Swords, 8 is... right, okay, that's what's happened. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so 8 of Swords is... So all 8s are karmic numbers, karmic, indicative of karmic cycles, karmic energy. And with this sword energy, again, thoughts, mind, clarity, consciousness, communication, this is about being stuck in a way of thinking about yourself. Do you know what? I'm actually, like, feeling a little bit tearful now when I say that, because... it's like, I feel and hope that once and for all, you, me, we can break that cycle. Because it's being stuck in a way of thinking about yourself. And something that's made you feel like that might come back this next couple of weeks. And it's a chance for you to confront it. It's a chance for you to, one, understand that, yeah, man, I'm not over that. I'm not really over that betrayal. Or I didn't really realise how that betrayal had held me back, how that betrayal had hurt me, how that betrayal had made me feel, what it did to my self-esteem. These two cards here show us that there was something that happened, and that thing that happened, you're just sort of stuck in a way of thinking. So say, for example, just a basic, easy example for me, you got cheated on, yeah? So let's say someone cheated on you in the past, and you believed, and you don't even hear it, you don't even hear the thoughts anymore, but in your mind you tell yourself, you don't realise that you tell yourself, but you tell yourself, I'm not good, or she cheated because I'm no good, because, you know, I'm not as attractive, or because I'm not as funny, or because I'm whatever, because I'm crazy, whatever it is. This is being stuck in a way of thinking and not seeing that. But the beauty and benefit of, think about number 9, 9 of Swords, Dark Night of the Soul. That's when we see it, we understand it, we realise it, we recognise, oh my gosh, I've been thinking like that all this time because of what he did, because of what they did, because of the fact that I was ill that time, or whatever it is. Does that make sense? So it looks like this is about breaking. It's like I feel like we're going to be able to break this cycle, this way of thinking, this way that's holding you back, that's held you back for so long. And I don't know why I'm feeling, choked up when I'm saying this, when I'm delivering this. And that potentially means you as well, because listen, you can't hide from me. I'm a Capricorn, yeah, so I know what we're like. Capricorns are some of the best people, to others, but when it comes to you, it's hard for you to give yourself that compassion, because it's easier for you to give compassion to other people than it is to give compassion to yourself. And it's looking like we're breaking that cycle. Even the question, well, why can I not be compassionate to myself? Why do I not think I deserve good, happiness, joy, whatever? That's the kind of questions that these two cards conjure. So let's have a look then in depth at the sort of energies that we can expect to be, and experiences really that we can expect to be facing. Now, interestingly, we've got two cards again. We've got some clarifiers, and I feel like this is the main card here, and then this is a clarifier. So we've got the Six of Swords, Knight of Cups. Let's just look at this. I usually turn these all over, but I want to just look at these two first, okay? So we've got this energy of the Six of Swords. So, this is there's a calmness that's you've made peace with it. Does that make sense? So up until now, so say for example you got cheated. I'm crying again. Say for example you got cheated on in the past, or whatever it is. You got lied to in the past. You lost your job. You were ill. Your family disowned you. Whatever it is, whatever that is for you as an individual, you've got over it. You're not walking around feeling sorry for yourself, feeling heavy, you don't feel like this. You don't realize that you think like that. You've got over it. But there might be a revisit. Someone coming to apologise. Someone coming to say, even if you've not spoken to this person for 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, this is the thing that might sort of shift the apple cart, as they say, It might be some sort of an apology, some sort of conversation where your mum apologises or your dad apologises for being horrible, or whatever. I don't know, whatever it is for you. And it's that sort of brings it into action, if you will, kicks it to start all these things. It could also be an offer or something else. It could be a different opportunity with completely different people in a completely different circumstance, but it's reminiscent of, and it's a gift, a pleasure, something that's nice and happy that you want. But it might be that type of gift, offer, good stuff coming into your life this week, good things coming into your life is what maybe potentially triggers your engagement with the way that you have been thinking and the disempowerment that you felt previously. So it's as if something triggers, you're in a good space. We're in a good space right now, a good headspace. That's exactly what this shows. You're in a good headspace. You're calm, you're understanding you're who you are, you're understanding your experiences and what they brought to you and the impact they had on you to an extent. It's as if something comes in and shifts the apple cart, and it might be meeting someone new, for example, or it could be someone revisiting from the past, an old person or an old boss or whatever it is for you. But it's potential, because it's good, whatever it is, it's something positive. It's positive. Someone coming towards you with this cup, there's action with the masculine energies. So nights are masculine energies, and that's about the actions that we take. It could be that you decide to go off and do something, to speak to somebody, to have a good conversation. You're in a good spot though. You're in a good place mentally. But it's that conversation, that interaction, that act, if you will, that triggers you to finally identify, there is an aspect of myself that in which I still feel disempowered for some reason. Okay, so it's hard. Sorry, I'm struggling with this reading, to be honest, because it's quite. I feel quite emotional. I feel like it might be something. It's like once and for all. Once and for all, you're gonna put it to bed. Whatever this was for you, once and for all, you're gonna be able to close the book on it, close a chapter on it. But before we close a chapter on it, as I say, it's always darkest before the dawn. So before we close a chapter, there's always that realization almost, and that confronting the stuff that we've not seen. So yeah, but look at these cards, they're so positive. I mean, we've got some really positive cards here. And remember, I said that there's a really strong pull for this row of cards here. So we'll look at, so anyway, we've got the Chariot, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and we've got the Seven of Wands. So sevens are cards of of mystery, okay? Now, by mystery, what we mean by that is we try to dig deep to understand why. We've got our actions, our external lives, what we do out in the world, and the things that have happened to us out in the world. And we've also got our intuitive side. We've got our yin and our yin and our yang. So we've got our intuitive side. We've got the enduring soul that we all have as individuals. That thing that drives us, that motivates us, that we need to engage with. You know, our intuitive and emotional side of our lives, our instincts. And the Chariot means, what it tells us with the Chariot is, if we can take into account both aspects of self, then that's what wields forward movement. That's what propels us forward. The fact is, we have to see these things, recognize these things, feel these things, know that they exist within us, because that is the type of knowledge, if you will, that helps us to move forward. So it's like a big hug this month. It's like a hug over this next couple of weeks. We're being comforted, no doubt, by the universe. We're being comforted by the universe right now. You know, but we as humans comfort in a different way. So we think comfort means like, you know, don't worry about it, don't think about it, you know, everything will be fine. That's not comfort. Comfort is knowing the truth. Even though that is difficult, which is what this is, what these cards indicate, knowing the truth is hard. Knowing the truth is hard, but it's the thing that helps us to grow, to expand, to shift, to find our purpose, to find our who we really are. And the Chariot energy here tells us that I'm so interested to know what's going to happen. I don't make predictions in that sense. I just look at the energies, really. But there's something that's happening soon, over the next day or two, potentially. I can feel this energy, this movement, and it's positive. It's not anything bad. It really is a positive thing. It's potentially something that you've wanted for some time, and maybe that's why you're fearful of having it. We must recognize that. So for example, easiest one to talk about. So if you're single, for example, and you have been for some time, and you meet somebody, it's okay to engage with the idea that, and that's the thing that worries you and makes you feel anxious. You've got to say to yourself, oh my God, I feel anxious. Yeah, I'm really happy about this new person or this new job, whatever, but I'm really anxious. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling afraid. I'm feeling scared. That's us acknowledging both parts of ourselves, both sides of ourselves. Well, this is happening externally. How is it affecting you internally? You've got to start to engage with it. You've got to start to understand, well, why was I stuck in the situation that I've been in? It's because I felt like this, but I didn't realise it. You've got to start to engage with that this week. So it's success is coming. It is success. It's nothing. It's very positive, the thing that's coming toward us. But what it churns up, if you will, could be quite intense. But it's I can feel it. I can feel the movement. And for some of us, this is karmic stuff, man. This is stuff that's gone back. Yeah. So this is stuff that goes back, way back, potentially for some people. You know, where you've not seen or spoke to this person for years. And here they come. And as I said, you're in a good spot. You're in a good place in your life. And here they come. You have learned a lot since you last knew that person. Since you last had that experience, whichever one it was for you as an individual. You've learned so much and grown so much. Recognise that. The Six of Swords tells us this. Six of Swords tells us that we have learnt so much. Remember, the beauty of the number 6 is about recognition and acceptance, knowing that you've come far, knowing that no matter how difficult the experiences were, they were necessary to get you here, to get you to where you are right now. And where you are right now is necessary. It's necessary for you to be here right now. So you've learned that. So don't forget that when this person or this job or whatever it is for you comes back, or a completely new situation that reminds you of this previous situation. When those things happen, those things occur, don't feel as though you can't handle it, because you certainly can handle it. But at least recognize and identify the fact that you think in some part of you, I can't handle it. Acknowledge it, because that is what propels you forward. That is what helps you to continue to grow, to expand. Okay, we've got the Ten of Pentacles here. So yeah, I mean, with this card here, I mean, we know this is about manifested abundance and security. Pentacles energies are all about the energy that you put in to manifest security. We know that this is having those things. So again, it's as if, as I said, the success is here, the apologies here, or the new person or the new opportunity, it's here. It's just that having that, getting that person, having that thing, reminds you, triggers you to remember a feeling that you felt this. That you felt no good. Am I good enough for this? Do I really deserve this? Am I ready for this? Can I do this? Whatever. The anxiety, what it is, it's about seeing it at this time. It's about seeing it. It's about recognizing it. And I don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, I don't know. I don't know. But there's a huge amount of, sometimes I wish you could sort of see into my head and see what I sort of see and feel when I, right now. I'll try to describe this for you. I'll try to describe this for you, what I'm seeing here and experience and seeing. Don't ask me what that means. But anyway, what I'm seeing here, okay? It's like, when you have you had your sink was full of water and you took the plug out, and then the water would be going down the plug like this, the drain like this, round and round and round and round and round in a circle, and then it drains out. That's what I'm seeing. Well, not the draining bit, but the round and round, the water going round and round. So what that tells me, what that indicates to me is there is some sort of charged connection here. You've got a connection to this energetically. You've got a connection to this emotionally. Whatever this situation is, but it's starting to move, and it's going to move a lot quicker than you think. It's going to be whatever it is. It's definitely bringing. As I said, once and for all, you're putting it to bed. So you're going to get the answers that you wanted, or you're going to get the contact that you needed, or you're going to get the new person or the new job or the new opportunity that's necessary for you to see and identify. Finally, you've been stuck in this whirlpool of thought and for so long that you can't even hear those thoughts anymore. So it's a really positive thing, because it's showing movement in that soul space, in that esoteric space, in that karmic space. Clearing out that karma now, it's happening. Clearing out that karma now, it's happening. It's happening. And we've got this, and the kind of, it's interesting with this card, because it means all that other stuff, manifested abundance, security, blah, 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 blah. But there's also this real strong connection. You've got to think of this as tree roots. So, trees, I love trees, and one of my favourite things on the planet, apart from obviously my tiny dog, I love trees. That's what I take pictures of. There's no selfies on my phone. Only pictures of trees and my dog. I'm not even joking. Anyway, you've got to think of the Ten of Pentacles as the roots of a tree. And then the tree that emerges. So if you think about it, there's no tree without the roots. And the roots are the things that go way, 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 way down, and they spread out as far as it can spread, and they look for the nutrients that are necessary, and it gives it the tree that its firm foundations. But what it means is that the tree that we see up top above the ground is dependent on what's going on beneath the surface. The tree is a manifestation. What we see above ground is a manifestation of all the work that's gone on underground. That's like the Ten of Pentacles. I hope that makes sense to you. This is like, there is stuff for you. The work you've done, the pain that you have been through. It's all now. We see the fruits, we see the tree manifested, but we can forget sometimes of all the roots. Those roots give us our firm foundations, and those roots give us the strength to grow. And now we see the growth in front of us with the Ten of Pentacles. It's as if it's like you're a strong tree. But there's a part of you, a branch, a few of the branches that we still don't recognise. We still don't understand. We still don't see that they've held us back. That this situation, this old relationship, this old job, whatever it is for you as an individual, it's time to get rid of it, to cut it off, for it to regrow, regenerate. So it's like the bad. I always do that because it's everything's necessary. But the things that are holding us back, it's like we're finally getting rid of those over this next couple of weeks, and we'll see the sort of manifestation of all the work, all the roots that you've put in, all the work that you've been doing. So you'll be able to do this, stand strong, whatever faces you. But this strength, as I said, comes because we do acknowledge, we do engage. Because we acknowledge, because we engage, the strength is what comes through. Or we are the strong tree, okay? And I don't know why I'm talking about a tree, but as I said, I love trees. They're my favourite thing. And one of them is true. And you've done so well, Cappy. And I know some of you right now, because I'm feeling tearful. You've done so well, and I think that it's time for you to see that. Do you know? Because it's kind of like, that's what this card means. Because it's kind of like you never get to pat yourself on the back as a Capricorn, because it's never enough. It doesn't matter how much money you've got, how much success you've got, how many friends you've got. It doesn't matter. Capricorns, we don't rest on, oh well, I've got this now, so everything's fine. Could you imagine being like that? I'd love it. But that's how us Capricorns are. We're always about the next. We're always about what we can achieve next, how we can get better, how we can go further. And it's time to pat yourself on the back, Capricorn, and notice, realise how far you've come and how far you've manifested. We have an opportunity to see that. We have an opportunity to see that over this next couple of weeks. Okay. Oh, Capricorn, why are you making me cry? So, well, I think we'll all be crying. I think we'll all be crying Oh my word. Oh, Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Okay, so the next week, but we'll experience all these energies, so don't think about the weeks necessarily. This is what's coming towards us over this time period, okay? So we've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Six of Pentacles clarifier here. We'll leave that one just so that I'm not thinking. Then we've got which is the card? See, I'm so intrigued to see these. We've got this one, Four of Pentacles with the clarifier, and we've got the King of Cups. So we've got Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine here. Oh my gosh, sorry. Very sorry. Anyway, okay, so we've got the Queen of Wands. So we've got this. Oh gosh, this is good. We've got a huge amount of balance here in this reading. So this is good. I feel like justice should be somewhere because it feels like that. It feels like justice. That's what this feels like. It does. It feels like justice. Karmic justice is being provided, given to you, and that you see it and you know it as justice and you recognize it. It's like if you've been waiting for that person to tell you the truth all these years, they might come back and tell you, and it might shake you a little bit. You might think, "Fuck, like, I can't believe," and you might go through, "Oh my god, I can't believe," you know, "Wow, man, I doubted myself. Wow, I doubted whatever." But either way, what happens is recognizing, see it, this person coming back, or this situation that reminds you of this, whatever it is what helps you to really feel that balance and to really move forward, propel forward. We're cutting off, or let's say the leaves are dying off, because I don't like to think about cutting off trees. Oh my god, I literally, one of my favourite trees in the park that I walk, Tiny, was chopped down one day. It had a disease. And I didn't know, obviously, it was going to be chopped down. So I walked around the corner and the tree was chopped down and I cried. I literally, it hit me like in the gut. Like it literally hit me in my gut. Because, trees, obviously, you know this. Trees do have energy. I mean, they are beautiful places to be, trees. And I just love them. I don't know why I'm talking about trees so much, but I love my trees. But anyway, okay. There's why I just said that, I don't know. But yeah, it's dying off now. So whatever it was for you as an individual, it's like the last shoe is dropping. The last thing that allows you to get over something for good. To get rid of something for good, to wash your hands of something for good is happening. This is all about balance now, restoring balance. There's a confidence coming through with the Queen of Wands. So queens are about understanding. All feminine energies are about understanding what's within. So understanding your passion, understanding your intuition, understanding your drive, understanding this is you connecting to your energy. I mean, I've been talking about trees, she's holding a branch here. It's like connecting to your core almost, your soul almost, with the Queen of Wands, and knowing what that connection is, understanding how it feels, feeling it, feeling more it's like cute. It's like you're becoming the tree, Capricorn. As I said, the manifestation is complete. It's like you don't see, you don't understand how far you've come, how much you've done, how much you've changed, how much, even though that situation was awful, how much you learn and gain strength from it. And it's like you get to see that now. You get to see your strength manifested, your success manifested, your compassion manifested, your honesty manifested, your humility manifested for you, where you can finally believe it. I mean, we never believe that about ourselves, I said, because there's always something else we can do in it. Oh, good boy, Tiny, giving us a little pep talk here. Yes, Tiny, good boy. Oh, when Tiny comes down, man. When Tiny comes, come on, man. Good boy. You want to say hello to the Cappies? Oh, see, if Tiny, we know what it means when Tiny makes an appearance, don't we? Because Tiny knows, don't you, Tiny? Tiny knows. He's closer to the ground than us, you know. He follows his instincts, don't you, Tiny? Love him. He's closer to the ground than us, follows his instincts. He's connected to that earth energy. Anyway, I digress. You sit there, baby. Good boy. I tell you what, Capricorn. It's hard to believe in yourself sometimes. You know you can do anything. You can do anything you put your mind to. You know that. We know that. But there's that feeling of almost, not inadequacy, but whether we deserve it, whether it's good enough. It's like you finally see that it is. It's like you finally see that you are. I honestly feel like it's the biggest hug the universe can give us right now, in all honesty, Capricorn. We've got the King of Cups also. The King's acting. The Kings are active, so that means that we take actions. We go out, we do things with this knowledge that we now have. But we started, interestingly, with the Knight of Cups there, and we ended with the King of Cups here. Because this one's at the end here. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? That we start and end with the King of Cups. So there could be Pisces, I don't think it's other people, but it could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But ultimately, this is our emotion. This is our intuitive world, and this is maturing. That's aspect of ourselves maturing, and not only maturing, but acting in a way that reflects almost, that shows us the learning that we've been on, the growth that we've had. You know, it means that we're understanding what we're passionate about. We're understanding what we want. We know how we feel finally, and we're able to act confidently, calmly, maturely on those things. So as I said, for you, there's a for us there's a sense of it's manifested now. We can see it. We can see how far we've come, and we can prove it to ourselves. And this situation, it's like a time to see that proof almost. This justice being afforded to us. So now we've got the Six of Pentacles. So we know Six of Pentacles is the card of reciprocity, and that's because sixes are about balance and beauty. So it's like an acceptance, an acknowledgement of the necessity of the things that we've been through. And not only the things that we've been through with Pentacles, it's the things that we've done and had to do. The energy that we put into this relationship, this job, this thing. It may, that even if it's been 5 years in the making to get to where you are now you see the reward, if you will. Now you see the reason why you were single for so long. Now you see it. Now you understand it. It was necessary. Why? You see it now. It's manifested. There's nothing hidden now. The answer, it's like all the answers that you wanted and that you didn't even know you wanted, or that one answer that you've needed, but you didn't even know you needed it. You get it. You get it. There's no more mystery. There's no more hiding. There's no more pretending from whether it's because of another person or not. The clarity is coming in for us, that we get to see it. Thank God, because I said to you, didn't I? When we have the 8, we can't see, we don't know. But when we get the 9, we do see, we do understand, we recognise that we've been feeling disempowered because of that situation that happened previously. With the 9 of Swords, we start to see and break down this cyclical way that we've been thinking, that you've been thinking and feeling about yourself. And that's what I'm saying. It's like there's justice. There's justice. There's justice. It's like there's no hidden. There's nothing hidden now. There's no lies anymore. You can see everything. You can see it. You know it. Because you get told, or because you get the evidence, or because you get the reward, or whatever. I mean, this is the thing is, this is the thing, Kathy. It's like, I've cried so much in this reading, but this is like getting exactly what you want and need, and having that churns up, if you will, the anxiety that you previously had. It helps you to getting what you want now getting what you want now and deserve now helps you to see and recognize that the impact, the true impact of a previous situation that made you feel disempowered. That's what this is. I feel like I want to come to these two cards now. So I'm going to come to these two cards. I thought they were clarifiers, but they're not. I saw this card right at the beginning. Look at that. We've got the King and the Queen of Wands here. So let me just, I didn't talk about wand energy before. Wand energy is our, is linked to our, how is it? The sacral chakra, our second chakra, okay? Our life force, our energy, our chi, our ki. That's what the energy is, if you will. The wand energy is that. It's that energy. And that's the energy that animates us. I mean, literally animates us. So think about it, you know, when you have an egg, you know, this is, well, that can be the egg. So, you know, if you're to be pregnant, you know, so you need an egg here and you need a sperm here. But you need, this is why Three of Pentacles I love so much. Because you can't make a baby with an egg, with just an egg and a sperm. You can't do it. You need that extra spark. You need that energy, that key, that chi, that life force. That's the thing that animates these two things to come together, that unites the egg and the sperm in order to have the successful gestation of a child. So this is why we think that's how I always think about the Three of Pentacles. It's like there's always an unknown. There's always something else that's necessary in addition to create the thing that we need and want. That's wand energy. That's what it is. That's what the wand energy represents. Now, as we said, masculine energy is about action, about taking action on those things, acting from that part of your soul, from that gut instinct, but understanding why. So again, that balance of the Chariot is indicated again here. The unity of the divine masculine and feminine within yourself, that understanding, yes, but also the actions that we take are linked intrinsically to that understanding, because it's that propels us forward. So this is you being in charge almost. This is us being in charge almost of the Chariot, driving it forward. And it's because there's the Four of Cups here. Again, contemplation, recognition of foundations. Number 4 is all about structures, roots. So the 4th house of astrology is structure, roots, family, etc., where we come from. Our upbringing, our heritage, our DNA, the roots, what I've been talking about, the tree roots, etc. It sounds under a tree as well. Anyway, that's funny actually. I've been going on about trees. Anyway, but this is about getting to the bottom of it, understanding it. Why did I feel that way? And again, it's a similar message, if you will, to this message of the... It's not similar because this is about our consciousness and clarity and what we allow ourselves to think, what we can push down. This is our emotional self. Our emotional self, we just have to allow ourselves to feel. We can deny how we feel, we can do that. No, I don't. I don't care about that. I don't care about him. I don't care about her. I'm not bothered that they did that. But we feel it. So we have to, when we experience our emotional lives and we're out in the world living, there's got to be that connection between, even if you're saying that to other people, I don't care what they did to me. No, I'm well over it. It doesn't matter what you say to yourself in your mind, even though that's sword energy. You can tell yourself anything in your mind, even though that's sword energy. It doesn't matter. You still feel something. And this is you feeling it. This is you allowing yourself to just feel it, to just accept it. And to not only to accept that you feel that way, to acknowledge it to yourself. I need to move on. I said I would do 20-minute readings because I've got to upload them all and it takes hours to upload a reading this long. But and they've all got to be uploaded today, which is, I don't know how this is going to happen, but we'll get there. Okay, so, another 4. So we've got the 4 of Cups, then we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Now I want to look at all these energies here together because these are all linked to this energy here. So there's a strong message here, and this is what you've been doing. And to be fair, this is exactly what I've been doing. Exactly what I've been doing. It's as if it's like this. It's like it's this way around almost. It's like it's this way around. This is what you've been doing. You know, externally, people have not seen you. For example, they've not seen what you've been doing. They've not. You know, people might have seen you as isolated. I mean, I know I've been. I mean, you've not seen me for a month. And I'm not isolating myself. I don't do it. I don't think in my mind, oh, I'm not going to speak to anyone, or I'm not going to talk to anyone, or I'm not going to answer I mean, listen, I've got over 700 emails, and I've got like 45 missed calls. I don't even know, man. I think my Facebook just goes to plus now. It goes plus 99. I don't even know how many Facebook messages and notifications. I don't even know. So externally, that's where you've been as well. But what's been going on internally is you've been trying to find this. You've been trying to look, even if it's in a spirit, even if it's sort of not in a conscious way, you've been on a journey. Spiritually, you've been going through stuff. Spiritually, you've been going through stuff. I've been going through stuff. And you may not have talked about that to other people. You may not have expressed that with the people that you love and that are around you. But that is really what's been happening. And so for people from the outside, it looks like, oh, where is she? Where is he? What? They're not saying anything. They're not doing anything. They're not talking to me. And you might live with someone and you're getting on fine with them, but even on but internally, there's been a lot more going on, and that is what that's done for you. It's helped you to feel who you are and to be vulnerable almost. But that is growth. You've gained this level of maturity now. And it's that helps you to see, to recognize, to manifest this tree, if you will, when I talk about this tree. But you get what I'm saying, yeah? So there's now this, we've got the unity of the divine masculine, divine feminine, and the inner child, which is exactly what's specified, what's depicted, I should say, on the Six of Swords, the first card we looked at. You now within you have got the unity, and I feel that myself. So watch that other reading that I did, I'll link it at the end. I talked about why it's been so intense in 2019, and you know, but I was saying to myself last week, I feel reborn in a sense. Like I just felt different. And even when I'm reading now, the pain, the physical pain that I was feeling, and the strain, the exhaustion that it was putting me under to read tarot, I don't feel that now. So I understand the shift energetically. I understand. I mean, I don't just say mindfulness, meditation, Reiki, tarot. I don't just say it as stuff to say. That is what I do. That is how I live my life every single day for the last 6 years. And it has taken that long for me to get to here, to get to this energy. And it's like the same for you. It's like, even if you're not in your mind conscious, aware of what's been going on, beneath the surface for you, there has been this kind of eight of pentacles stuff going on, and Knight of Pentacles stuff going on, uncovering, excavating, seeing who you are, what makes you vulnerable. And the beautiful thing is, now we see the manifestation of all this work. We see the manifestation. We see the magic. We see the reward. I don't want to talk about rewards, but we see the difference that all this has made. You see it now. You see it. Things happen in your life now to show you the difference within you. The combination of the divine masculine, the unity, I should say, of the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and inner child. You've not neglected your inner child. You've remembered. You've allowed yourself to remember the vulnerability. You've allowed you are allowing yourself over this next couple of weeks to remember that vulnerability, to acknowledge that vulnerability, and to have compassion towards yourself. So let's look at the outcome card. I'm not going to cheat. I want to look at it before you, but I'm not going to. Oh my god, please. Right, 7 of Cups. So remember, that's 3 sevens that we've had, isn't it? 777. So remember, some of you won't know, 7 is my master number. That's my number 7. And 7 is about mystery. So there's that energy of confusion that all it is trying to understand why you feel something with this, or why you want something. That's all the 7 of Cups basically means in a nutshell. Why do I feel this way? Why do I want this? Why do I desire this? Is this what I desire? Is this, that's all it is. Yeah? And that energy can sometimes stop us from moving forward, from taking action, from doing stuff. But we see what we have is, we've got 7 and 8 here actually. What we have, as you know, because 7 comes before 8, so we've got 7, 8, 9. So we know 7, 8, 9, 10, haven't we? So we know that we've got movement, we've got actions. There's stuff that we start to learn, start to understand. So this confusion is what's clearing. But you start, as I said, what's manifesting for you over this time period is the fact that you finally get the answers that you need. You get to know you get to see why you've been doing this for so long, why you've been single for so long, why you've been unemployed for so long, whatever it is for you as an individual. You get to see the answers now. You know, that's the justice that's coming in for you, for us. Yes, you might feel vulnerable. You have felt vulnerable maybe in the past, but the rewards, if you will, I don't like to use that word rewards, but the opportunities that come in your way, how things are shifting and moving, all that's doing for you is strengthening you even further. So you are becoming that tree. You see yourself now as that tree, if that makes sense, by the end of this time period. So I mean, I'm like, as I said, I'm excited. I'm excited to sort of see what this is, because a situation that's been aware for a time is changing, is shifting, is moving. So I'm interested to see in what way that happens. Now, I can't believe how long this reading is. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to leave it there. It's going to take hours to upload this. I hope you like that reading, Capricorn. Let me know in the comments. I mean, listen, give it a thumbs up, please. Comment if you've not subscribed, please do. Listen, Capricorn, have a wonderful couple of weeks, okay? We're gonna be. I feel really emotional. Actually, I feel really emotional. Have a great couple of weeks, and I'll see you in beginning of September with my next reading. Okay, I'll probably do a love reading. But I do feel like I want to pat you on the back and give you a hug and say, you finally get to find out the thing that you've wanted to know for such a long time, or the thing that you needed to experience for such a long time. You finally get it. And it does churn up the waters for you, but you're definitely strong enough and definitely to see it, to experience that churned up water, if that makes sense. So, right, okay, I'm going. All right, Capricorn, have a fabulous couple of weeks, and I'll see you all again very soon in your brand new readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.